truth. Welcome to Drop Me Off in Nashville with Sabastian Roberts and Scott Hugo.
Hey, welcome to the little show that could and in fact still does. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sabastian Roberts, along with my dear friend Scotty Huger. What's going on, brother?
Hey, it's been a long week. Been busy. How you been?
Well, it's been busy, all right.
I love this episode. It's cool.
You know what? This is probably going to be one of my favorite ones, when we talk about branding. So the name of this episode is Band New Brand. And what we're talking about here is branding and co-branding and, how, making it in the music business today is not by yourself. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right?
Amen. We got a special guest.
Yes, we. Hey, by the way, yeah. Because speaking of branding and co-branding, right? Scotty called me up a couple months ago, and he said, we should really do a podcast. And I went, well, God, that'd be fun. He goes, I found a studio, like right across the street. And I said, oh, shut the door. And Scotty goes, no, man, really, we're going to go meet him right now. I said, well, all right. And the rest is history.
Couldn't be happier.
I mean, because we met Mark Maynard, and Mark became, part of this whole, journey that we're on, right? I mean,
for sure.
I mean, it's a huge part because we kind of
Band new brand,
man. Yeah, we work off of each other and we help each other and we work together and between Mark's a great producer, great engineer, and the three of us have really kind of taken off from there.
So today I want to bring Mark in. I want to visit with him a little bit. I want to talk to him about all that, and I want to see exactly what he thinks about all of this, because it's probably a little bit different for him as well, dealing with cats like us.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Ready. Let's do this. It's showtime. Please pay attention. Stop what you're doing and welcome our guest.
Mark, how you doing, brother?
Doing great, man. It's fun to be in here with you guys.
And we've been wanting to do this for a long time because, what are we, 7, 8 episodes in?
I'm not sure.
I don't even know. And Mark has been just key to everything we're doing.
Absolutely.
Man, he gave up his time, came down and did the interview with Two Tone.
Fun.
What a blast, man, right?
That was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, what a good time.
You did. I was talking to Mark, and he was saying that he brought down this little tiny box. It's about as big as maybe a oversized softball. Mark, is that about
pretty
size?
much.
He goes. You can plug in your boom mics into this thing, and it will automatically do sound checks and all. I mean, Mark, you have all this different equipment. How do you even find this stuff?
It's crazy. And the way technology is and the way AI is with music and technology, there's just so much going on, and it's just crazy. But yeah, that little unit is an Isotope Spire unit. It's a digital unit, and it's just great for that kind of thing. Works perfect.
The thing about Mark is, you guys, is when I called him, he has a website, and I always like to look online. I don't care about reviews because everybody's got an opinion like an asshole, and so I don't really care what you have to say about things. It doesn't matter to me. It's the person. We all have bad days. We all have good days. Not that Mark had anything bad to say on his website, because I didn't see that, but I don't read them anyway. I like to meet the person. When I met Mark, I'm a pretty good judge of character. So it was really quick to know that this was a great human being, and I was just hoping that he would say yes and he would be able to help us. And it went from him just doing a bumper and an intro and outro for us to commercials, and to now we use his studio full time, which has been a blessing.
And so a lot of people don't know what a bumper is. Yeah. So, Scotty, what's a bumper?
A bumper is, we'll play one right after I get done talking about this. Mark, I would say, hey, Mark, what about this script? And we would put it together. Then John and I would go home and go, what about this script? And we send it over to Mark, and Mark does this thing of how he produces it and puts it together. And it's kind of like these little funny little tidbit stories that he puts on, and we're going to run like a couple back to back. We'll do that right now. Then we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about bumpers and how Mark does them.
Hey Siri, bring me a sandwich.
I can't.
I am not a human, you moron.
Oh, well then what's the best podcast she can play me?
Now playing Drop Me Off in Nashville.
Ah, thanks, Siri. Give me a hug.
You are an idiot.
Some parts of Nashville are, should we say, a bit seedy?
Oh, howdy, mister. You got an itch that needs scratching? I was just fetching a fresh pitcher of iced tea.
I bet Scott and Sebastian know what they are. Stay tuned and find out.
And we're back. Just like that.
Aren't they cool? Those are the best bumpers ever. Aren't they funny?
It's so freaking fun. But you guys, this is what co-branding is. This is branding because, you know, this was a lot of Mark Maynor.
100% Mark.
You know, and I mean, it just comes off so freaking
And
good.
they're funny. When you can make fun of yourself, you know you're doing it. Mark, how do you put that stuff together?
I don't know. You know, really bumpers, the term bumpers comes from radio. So if you're listening to a radio show, a lot of times when they come out of commercial, they'll play like, you know, WRBQ, not your mother's rock and roll, or that kind of thing. And that's really what a bumper is. And
so cool.
I always liked when I heard someone do something that was kind of funny and kind of humorous.
Me too.
So I'm always looking for something funny to do. And when I met you guys, you know, you guys had such a good, the way that you worked back and forth and just a lot of fun and funny. So I thought, you know, these guys get it. And so you let me kind of run with it, and I did some bumpers for you, and I thought, you know, I hope these guys like it. And I was just so excited when you came back and you said, this stuff is great. Then you said, we want more.
Yeah.
And I knew we were a good fit.
The thing about it is, though, is that if you can't laugh at yourself and poke fun at yourself, then you take life way too seriously.
Exactly.
And when you find a good person who gets us, that's a gift. You have to latch on to those gifts. I tell you, because if you don't, you're screwed. My favorite saying in the world when I moved to Nashville was, if you have 10 poles in the water, you're more likely to eat. If you think you're going to go to Nashville and make it on your own with just your one little pole and that you're bigger and better than everybody else, you got a rude awakening company.
No.
You're not going to make it. You got to find the people, good people, surround yourself with good people. And that's what we have with Mark, with not only now been to dinner with us a few times. He came to my birthday party. He's been now with Tommy. I consider him a great friend, and he's been a welcome to this team. He's been I don't know if we could do without him, Bash, honestly.
No, man. It's a match made in heaven, and we have a Mark. How long have you been doing producing? How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for a little over 20 years.
Wow,
I've been
that's great.
doing all kind of production work.
And what a great studio, man!
This is
thing
beautiful.
I mean, you know, you guys, when Scotty and I first started talking about a podcast, we were going to do it in the living room. And, you know, I've got 2 Chihuahuas, and he's got what kind of dog is that?
A loud one.
It's a really loud one. When this dog barks, it sounds like she's being raped by a gang of gorillas. And, you know, seriously.
I'm sorry.
And I just love her to death. But my God, man.
What a voice. Daisy May.
Daisy May, man. I'll tell you what, when this dog gets to screaming, man, honestly, you'd really think somebody was being murdered.
Yeah, she's never been spanked a day in her life. Well, yesterday she got a little tap on her butt because she did that little loud barking thing. I'm like, stop, Daisy, be nice.
Yeah, did she pee on herself?
A little bit.
Yeah. And so you've been doing this for a while, and you work with, like, you know, musicians and podcasts.
Yeah.
And so listen, if you don't know who Mark Maynor is, Mark, how do they get a hold of you? We need to be able to get you out there.
They can go to podcastproductionmusic.com. They can go to monstermixproductions.com. Both get to me.
Monster Mix?
Monstermixproductions.com and contact me through that. And and that's the best way to do it.
Listen, I'm not bootlicking, Mark. I'm telling you that I've been in the studios a long time. John's been in the studio for a long time. He's 100% pro. We couldn't do this without him, and we're grateful to have you, Mark. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you guys. And, you know, I want to say that when I first met you guys, you came in, I just had a really good feeling about you from the beginning. And you talked about co-branding, and what I was amazed at is I don't remember how long we spent. We spent and talked for a while. And when you guys left, I couldn't have been more than an hour later, I got an email from Scotty, and he had written and scripted, I think, 2 promos.
Yes.
One for me and one for the next door, the Songwriters Cafe.
For you guys, not for me, for you.
us. So he sends me an email and says, I've written a script. a total professional script from beginning to end, and with all the notes. And he said, I want you to produce this, and I'm going to pay you to produce it. And I sent him anything back, and I said, well, I appreciate that you're willing to promote me on your podcast. You don't have to pay me to do a podcast for me. And he said, shut up. I'm paying you to do this. I want to do this. And I kind of understand what you guys meant about co-branding and, the whole thing. And I was very impressed with that.
But you see, that's how it works, right?
That's how it works.
So, because, in return, look what happened. We ended up with the interview with Two-Tone down in Clearwater.
We wouldn't have got it if it wasn't for Mark.
No.
Tommy wasn't coming up to the studio.
No. We had to go see him down in Reddington Beach.
And no fault of Tommy, he had a show that night. I mean, he was time-crunched.
Yeah, no, he's that guy is still touring all over the damn
He's
place.
doing great.
Yeah, but that's just how co-branding works, y'all. And like I said, and I'm not beating a dead horse here. I said, but it's not what you know, it's who you know. Trust me,
absolutely.
Because the people you make friends with in this business, and attach yourself to, are going to define your direction.
Remember, if I could offer you anything that you take my advice on, always give more than you take.
Oh, yeah.
It'll come back tenfold if you happen to give it to the right person. That it just matters, because all of a sudden you'll get something that you didn't know. For example, Mark sends me an email and he's doing a blog on our website about us. I didn't ask him to. Out of the generosity of his heart, he did that, and I just think that's so cool. Like this building next door. Let's talk about Mark next door. This gentleman went to Nashville. He's a super guy. He came down here to Newport Richie, where we're actually doing this recording today, and he's building what is it? A songwriting studio? What actually
Cafe.
is it, you guys?
Yeah, Songwriters Cafe.
Songwriters Cafe, where just songwriters can come in, right? Is that what you got out of that, John? I mean,
yeah. I mean, what I'm seeing is that this is going to be an establishment for artists. Period. So whether you're a painter, a songwriter, a singer, a drummer, guitar player, if you're in the arts and entertainment business, this is going to be the place to go, where you're going to be around the same people that are into the same things you are. And what's really cool about this, I think, is that, the Songwriters Cafe, or, however he brands it, you can go in there literally and write a song with somebody and come right next door to Mark Maynard's and cut your...
When I say next door, 25 feet.
It's 25 feet. And you can come right next door over here and cut your demo right here that day, that minute. I mean, if Mark's not too busy.
I've been in many, many studios from here to LA, along with you, John.
Oh, yeah.
And this one holds its own. Let me tell you, you'll have a great product coming in here. If you're starting a podcast, you need somebody to help you out, get a hold of Mark. That's for sure.
It's amazing.
Branding is important. Remember that. So when you get down to Nashville, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a good gig, and remember, you work for that bar. You're there to sell their beer. But at the same time, you're also there to do your thing. If CDs were still a thing, and a lot of people still like them, but they are kind of fading themselves out, definitely sell your CDs from the stage. You could sell T-shirts. You could sell can koozies. You could give that stuff away. That's something that, John, you were really smart at. When you made your first record, the first 5,000 CDs, I think you just gave them away, right?
That's right.
And that worked for you like crazy.
Yeah, I didn't sell one of them. I used to tell my ex, because
she was kind of upset, but I understand why.
Well, we didn't know it was going to be a success like it was, and so I told her, I said, listen, Sabastian Roberts is like a Hot Wheels car. Or
you're selling a Hot Wheels car.
It's like an action figure. It's just
can of paint.
It's a brand.
It's a brand.
My name is John. I was born John, but Sabastian Roberts is the brand. Sebastian Roberts is this, that guy that I am when I go out.
Yeah, you're not like you're talking in third person. That's just the name that you chose. Like Garth. Yeah. Garth's real name is Troyle Garth Brooks, but he goes by Garth Brooks.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
And Patsy Cline is Virginia, I think her first name was.
Well,
it's just different.
I couldn't use my real name because my legal first and last name has already been taken, and it's part of a whole different group of musicians. And so we went back and forth, and Tommy Tutone helped me with this, and you did. And
That's not Tommy's real name. Tommy Heath is his real name.
yeah. Right. I mean, so it's a brand, you guys. And so that brand is, you have to protect, guard, and promote it. Like we talked about before, holler and swallow your career goodbye, right? Your brand is your image. This is who you are.
You're selling it.
And how you present yourself is going to be that brand. That's how people are going to see you. So it's something to not take lightheartedly, and
promote it. When you're on stage, say your name. Like, remember, you're playing Kid Rock's bar. You have a free crowd of people from around the world that come to Nashville to see different artists, and there's this bar down there. It's called Kid Rock's. Honestly, to me, it's one of my favorite and best sounding bars that there is down there, and that's where you're going to find Scott Collier and John Stone playing a lot. But what it is that when you go up there, you got to say who you are. You got to say, my name is so-and-so. Don't just sit up there and sing all your songs and go home, because you didn't do yourself a favor. Nobody's going to know you. Nobody's going to go online. And in today's record music business, they want the numbers online. So the only way you're going to do that is when you get this free crowd of people that show up to watch you at Kid Rock's bar, for example, and there's 3,000 people and they're packed, jammed in there from all over the world. You have an opportunity to say, hey, my name is Scotty Uger, I'm here. It's good to check me out on Facebook. Check out my new song. It's free advertising for you. Even though that you are working for Kid Rock, you still have that brand of you. You're the product. You're still selling who you are. Mark, you have to do that within your industry, right? I mean, you told me that Orlando gets a hold of you and you do these conventions for kids.
Oh yeah, I do for podcast conventions, and I go there and talk about audio branding, because unlike you, a lot of people that do podcasts, they really don't have any production quality. They play some royalty-free music, and whoever the host is says, hey, welcome to the so-and-so podcast, I'm so-and-so, and they just kind of do it without any kind of production stuff. So I go and talk to podcasters about how to add some ear candy and some professional-sounding productions into their podcast.
But it comes out so much better. It just takes it to another level, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And
I think it does.
That's why when I met you guys, I was so excited, because you get that. You got that. And that's brand. And it's fun for me, because
we're building a brand.
What I do. And so that, this whole thing has been great for me too.
It's like before. So I was already shopping our TV show called Drop Me Off in Nashville. It's a reality show. We're taking these 6, 7 kids and we're going to bring them around Nashville and teach them what the music business is all about, more than just a podcast. But I knew that I had to build an audience. So I knew that if we start somewhere on a podcast and you have a business manager and then you have an artist who's been an artist, and you mesh those two things together and we get a good studio like you have here, Mark, we have a winning combination, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we're building our brand for the TV show, and ultimately that's what we want to do. And now that the TV show has been picked up, we will continue to build this brand, and that brand will come together, and hopefully it will become a household name. Drop Me Off in Nashville. It's cool. It's a cool title. I love it. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey.
Hey, listen!
Hey, don't go nowhere. Sebastian and Scott got more coming at ya.
That's right, y'all.
Looking for your all-access pass to the heart of Music City? Whether you're an artist, songwriter, or just a fan of real-deal country music, the Nashville Music Guide has you covered. Discover who's rising, who's playing, and what's really happening behind the scenes. From Broadway to the back roads, it's your go-to guide for the music that moves Nashville. Find it in print, online, and everywhere music lives. Nashville Music Guide, where legends and locals meet.
Well, welcome back, you guys. Thanks for coming back and hanging in there with us. Brand new brand. Wow.
I really love that title, man.
How do you come up with this stuff? Do you just like sleep and wake up and write it down, or what?
Yeah, usually about 2 o'clock.
The only one I'm proud of was the Holler and Swallow Your Career Goodbye. I mean, the rest of these were kind of yours.
Well, because we talked about Holler and Swaller, last week. And I'm like, yeah, well, you can holler and swallow your career right down the freaking toilet, too.
Real quick. It don't take long.
You really can. And, so branding, that has a lot to do with it. Just like the previous episode. Look, your brand this is who you are, and how you're perceived by the public and by professionals. Like we said, you never know who's going to be there. And if you're going to be that guy or girl, man, you could say goodbye to it in about 5 minutes.
How many people do you think in your career that those 5,000 original CDs that you just gave away, you didn't get any money back? I mean, that's a tune of $50,000 back if you would have sold them.
Right.
I mean, a hard pill for your wife to swallow for sure. But you got that back tenfold. Oh my God, I got your CD. I mean, guys are tattooing their faces on their backs. I mean, it was crazy.
I mean, that was really weird. I thought that was either the coolest or the gayest thing I ever saw in my life. Because one of the security guys for Kid Rock, I met him on the road. He was
a fan. He was just the nicest guy in the world.
Just a great guy.
Great dude.
And
he loved your music.
We still talk today.
Yeah, he loved your music.
But he sent me a picture of a tattoo with my face on his back, and I went, "Well, what? Okay, that's creepy, dude."
No, it's not. It's kind of an honor, honestly.
It really, it was
is.
because he had Jackie Gleason, and he had, he had some really cool Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, Little Richard. And then me, and I'm like, well, who am I?
Cool.
I'm not anybody.
No, I saw it. I think it's cool.
It was neat.
One thing I gotta say, this kind of ruffles my feathers, and I think this is the best platform that I can do. Like at the beginning of the show, I said, if you put 10 poles in the ocean and you're fishing and you're trying to eat,
right,
we're probably going to get some food. Or we'll have to share between the 10 people, but we'll get some food. But you put one pole in, you might not get anything, right? You might not. It's a risk.
That's right.
It's the same thing with me. I can't tell you the times that I went on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I would share people's stuff. And I would say, hey, check this out. Check out this can of paint. Check out this artist. Check out this business. Check out this. And I would share and I would say something nice about the people that were promoting whatever their new product or brand was. And then you kind of go somewhere in your head, maybe this is me being selfish or stupid, but I would think, well, maybe they'd do that back for me. And in my entire life, it's happened one time. And it was about 3 weeks ago. My cousin Susie, she lives up in Minnesota, and she started an art studio, and I said something about her. And I got a thing on my Facebook page and that she shared and talked about how her cousin started this thing called Drop Me Off in Nashville, and she got a t-shirt and all kinds of stuff. But it really made me feel good that my cousin did it, but you don't see it very much. Mark, do you get a lot of that? Do you see a lot of co-branding and the people like reach in and go, gosh, you got to hire Mark because he's great?
Yeah, you see some of it, but like you said, it depends on the person. I would say I don't see it in radio a lot. Radio is kind of a tough thing. It's they want what they want, and when they get it, they're kind of done with you a lot of times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And but I do a lot of different things, work with different people, but I see it more with like maybe marketing people I work with in marketing or that kind of thing, and they
got it.
They're like that.
So, John, what are you going to do with your new brand? I mean, we're repackaging all your music and we're going to re-put it up. I mean, have you thought about it? You've had to spend time in your brain, like what you're going to do, the artwork. I mean, what's your plan? I mean, you have probably 20 songs that need to be heard, that need to be put together. What's your thought?
I don't know.
Because it's got to be right?
Well, I'm not 20 years old anymore, and so where my place is in the music business, I'm not really sure of yet, because I'm certainly not that go out and tour guy anymore. At my age, and really nobody wants to watch a fat old man at 50-some years old out there singing anyway. And so I would like to maybe find an artist, and
work with them.
And work with them, and kind of guide somebody, and I, to be honest with you,
are you opening up this invitation? Can we say, reach out to us on dropmeoffinnashville.com?
Yeah. I'll help. Yeah, I'm happy to help somebody that is in it to win it. I'm not somebody to contact if you're not serious. But if you are, we do know the people.
Well, that's what we talked about when we had that episode called "How Do You Know?" There can't be a plan B, like Tom Petty said. There was no plan B.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is cool. So, I mean, if you're gonna reach out and you're serious and you need help, maybe that's something that you would be involved. That's cool that you're offering that, man.
I'd be.
Maybe you could do some work right here with Mark's studio.
I would entertain that in a minute. And.
This would be a perfect little demo studio to get something going for sure for somebody.
Oh, yeah.
This would work out outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, we have some talent here in town that we don't have to shop around for artists because there is some incredible artists in Southern Florida. I mean, really, there's some, right, Mark?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've got some guitar players, piano players, drummers. I mean, some of the biggest hitters in the world live here, and you would never know it.
No, that's what's cool about music is everywhere, and people are able to pick up guitar or have some kind of craft to them. They'll play. They'll be in a studio. You can have dinner with them, and you don't know right next to you that there's some guy that just got out of the studio with Lionel Richie, whoever that artist may be. So it's cool.
Yeah, it is. And so I guess what's next, I'm really enjoying the podcast, to be honest with you. Cool. This is really fun for me. And gosh, I'm excited to see where this thing goes. And, I love working with Mark. I love working with you. It's like a match made in heaven. So, it's not something where I wake up in the morning and go, oh, shit. I got to be in the studio again today. I wake up at 4:00 in the morning going, is it time yet? Is it time yet? I'm ready to go, man. Shit.
Protect your brand. When you get down there, remember this. Turn on the TV. Look at your favorite artists. What do they always do? They're always really either out in left field. They always wear the same thing. There's always something. They always carry the same guitar.
That's the brand.
They're always doing something, and they wear it over and over again. The one I felt most sorry for was Montgomery Gentry. They're an amazing group, and one of the guys had to wear a big black hat and a big black trench coat. And I thought, oh my gosh, man, it's gonna be hot in summertime when you got to wear that all the time. But that was like his image. That's what he did.
Well, you introduced me to a publicist years ago.
Diana Henderson. And
Rest in peace. Diana told me, she said, Sebastian, I want you to find 3 outfits. And I'm like, what? She said, that's all
you wear.
That's all you wear.
Yeah.
Because it's all about association. And when people see you in that hat and that shirt and those boots and those
they know
pants,
it's you.
They know who you are.
Because they're not going to remember.
This is your brand.
Yeah. Your ego can't be so big that you actually think that people from around the world, that you're the only thing they think about.
Right.
You have to pound it in their head 1,000 times over until they start. Why do you think you still hear the same commercials over and over and over again? We all know what Morgan & Morgan is, but it's on everywhere and everywhere. The guy's a genius. His business probably went tenfold because he advertised all over the country, but everybody knows who Morgan & Morgan is.
Well, that's because size matters.
Size does matter. We'll be right back.
Here we go. Podcasters, it's time to level up your sound. Don't let your show get lost in the noise. You need exciting intros, powerful outros, and smooth transitions that keep your listeners hooked. That's where podcast production music comes in. From polished production elements to custom sound design, Mark Maynor is your audio production professional, delivering broadcast quality results every time. Call Mark at 727-609-7366 or visit podcastproductionmusic.com. That's podcastproductionmusic.com, and bring your podcast to life. Sound Pro, stand out. Podcast production music.
You're tuned in to Drop Me Off in Nashville with Sabastian and Scott. I think they've been dropped off at a few Nashville bars themselves.
So we're talking in the break about those 5,000 CDs you gave away.
That's right.
And what happened? I mean, honestly, what did you feel any? Did you get online? What happened?
And I was asked that question a lot, especially during the radio tour. And, while I was on the radio tour, I was giving CDs away to anybody that would listen. And, like you said, it was 5,000 of them. And, so it's about 50 grand. And, out of that came an awful lot of live performances. And,
that's how people found you.
Right. I mean, I ended up playing in Indianapolis. I did
Country Splash.
We did the Coca-Cola 600 together.
Coca-Cola 600. That's right. Here in Nashville.
NASCAR, man.
NASCAR. That was cool.
Oh, it's Carolina.
Carolina. Oh, okay. That's right.
But what a blast that was. And what was that guy's name? I can't remember his name, but he's a drag racer. But it led there. It led to Country Splash.
Where you had 30,000 people were watching you at Country Splash.
Yeah, 30,000.
You were between Lori Morgan and Sammy Kershaw, if I remember right.
No, Aaron Tippin.
Oh,
but that was the biggest show I ever did, wow! I mean, when you can, y'all, if you really want to pee your pants, when you can't see the end of the people.
That's cool.
That's when you're probably going to pee yourself, because that stressed me out a lot, man. That was really
but when it
else.
came off really well. I mean, obviously you had a great set, and because of giving things away and not looking for money and just all every day money. Instead, you were building your brand, which is really smart.
You have to because I've said this in radio interviews before. If I were to take those same CDs and go downtown Nashville and say, "Hey, listen, you got to hear this. Give me $10," the people are going to go, "Just go away."
They're beer coasters. That's what we call them on the bus.
Beer coasters. That's what we
Anybody
call
give you a CD? Hey, we got another beer coaster.
Absolutely. and so, in order to get yourself out there, folks, you're gonna have to. You're going to have to bite the bullet a little bit and
invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself, man.
Anything, business cards, and that's another thing I learned in Nashville. Do never ask anybody for a business card, and I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Don't offer anybody a business card unless they ask for it.
Yeah, no.
Don't just start handing stuff out. No. But you could do canned koozies, which is cheap, $5 a piece. Come on, give me a break. Get your name on there. It's like with Garth when you go to his shows. He sells what did we talk about yesterday? He sells tickets for $70 and sells out 8 shows in a row.
And one of the best things you ever taught me was the damn beer coasters, because I mean I went through thousands of them. I would just go to bars and give them a whole sleeve, of 250, beer coasters. So what?
Right. Actual beer coasters.
Because these people are going to sit there, drink booze,
and they're bored.
And they're staring at their freaking telephone.
Yeah.
So give them something to look at,
Those are actual beer coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what that translates into, guys, is hits on your website, downloads. People are going to hear your music that way. And they're not going to hear it any other way.
No.
If you want to do a radio tour, you better be ready with about $70,000.
Yeah, and keep it simple. Put a QR code on there. Put a link on there.
Absolutely.
So they pop it. It goes. If people don't have to work or think to find you, the better it is.
People can't think.
They can't think.
No. They're looking at their phone. They're taking a snapshot of something, and then if they can't get it, then they're too honest to God. They're too lazy to do anything.
You, Music City Bar and Grill. We were doing an app that I took down because it's just. Google and Apple are too smart, and it got to be too much to deal with. But anyway, I went into these bars and I'd say, "Can I make your banners or posters for you?"
I remember that. Yes.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'll pay for it." The only thing I asked is that if I could put my little brand or my little company down in the corner.
And that was Stargle.
Yeah, and I would. That's all I needed. But we'll put your beer specials, your kitchen. I don't care what it is. Just let me do that. And they all said yes. So think outside the box. Think out ways that you can get your brand out there. Because remember, all those people on Broadway, all those singers in that town, everybody who's trying to make it in the music business is your competition. It could be your roommate, it could be your next door neighbor, it could be your quote unquote friend that you play with down at the bar.
And this is what branding and co-branding is, you guys. Listen, we're sitting here with Mark Maynard, and I didn't know Mark 2 months ago. And now we're like Mutt and Jeff, man. And Scott and I and Mark are in this studio every single week, man. And it's an honest to God pleasure. We have a lot of fun. We laugh. We have to edit this shit. Listen, man. We honest to God. Mark always says, "What do you say? One and done." You guys. We don't have to edit anything. What we have to edit is the freaking laughing that we're doing. Because we'll go to break or something, and Scott and I and Mark are just cutting up like a bunch of school kids, and then we come back and we don't even know we're on the air, and we're still giggling like little girls.
We'll figure this thing out, but I kind of like it that it's loose and not formality. No, it's our format, nobody else's. Be the leader, not the follower.
That's what I love about this. It's organic, and Mark, you bring that organic right to it, man. I mean, it's so nice Mark. To work with you but let's make sure people know how to get a hold of you again. So it's Mark Maynard at
MonsterMixProductions.com.
Monster Mix.
Productions.com or podcastproductionmusic.com. You can get to me through both. And I just want to say you guys have just been a pleasure too. I feel like we've been friends for years.
I know it.
And it's weird to be on this side of the glass, with you. I'm sitting in here. I'm always on the other side of the glass, looking at you through the glass.
I know. I'm looking through the. Yeah.
I know. About week 2, I think I said, Mark, can you get a microphone because we're going to want to talk to you.
Yeah.
on your side, but it's better to have you over here. Cool.
Absolutely.
So you guys get it, and you're a pleasure, and it's honestly it's an honor to work on this project with you, and I appreciate you.
Well, we love the hell out of you, Mark, brother, and.
Let's keep on keeping on.
Let's keep it on.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe if you like us. Share it with your friends. Do all that cool stuff because that's always nice. And maybe we can help your cousin, sister, brother, or whatever it is, make it in the music business. And don't be afraid to go to Nashville, you guys. It doesn't matter if you're a family or you're by yourself. Follow your dreams. Go after them because you can't capture them if you don't go after them. Take care of yourself. Have a good afternoon, morning, night, whatever it is.
Thanks for joining Sabastian and Scott. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join the Drop Me Off in Nashville family. Engineering and production provided by Podcast Production Music.
Well, Nashville, can't thank you enough for all the time.
Y'all come back now. Here?